Hi, I look a bit of a mess. You're literally hanging by a thread. But hi, welcome to my July Bookopoly deal video. I'm filming this a little early. It's only just past the middle of the month, which is my kind of normal time I film, but obviously not at the end of the month. So I don't know how I did on June's TBR. What I can tell you is I won't have finished it at all. I'm still catching up on, I've finally caught up on April's TBR. I'm still catching up on May's TBR, and I haven't even really started June's TBR. So it's definitely not going to get finished. So I'm going to be taking a punishment today. Hello, hi. I'm also not going to, I'm making a little July challenge for myself. I'm not going to specifically participate in any readathons in July. I thought about it. It seems overwhelming to me right now. But my plan is I have a whole stack of books that were for readathons from like clear shit last year, so just November, December last year, all the way through this year, and I've just been keeping them aside. My plan is to try and complete as many of those as possible in July as a bit of a challenge. If I could actually finish it, that would be great. So my goal is to try and get as many of them on my TBR as like on this Bookopoly deal TBR as I can, because they were obviously add-ons to my Bookopoly deal TBRs in previous months, but I'm going to try and like actually put them all on the TBR this month if I can. So that's going to be the focus today. But then I also have at my new setup all my TBR books on one shelf behind you, so we'll pick from there if we need, but that is my plan. Fingers crossed it goes accordingly. I have two books I have to read, which is Pyramids by Terry Pratchett, which is the Discworld book that April and I are up to. We are losing a bit of steam, but I'm going to try and keep going. And our Brandon Sanderson of the month will be the first part of Rhythm of War. So that's also on my plans. Not that I'm yet up to date on either of those read-alongs, but hopefully by the end of the month I will be. So those are both on the cards. And other than that, we're playing Bookopoly deal. Obviously I have this behind me where we will be playing, and hopefully it'll still make sense. My punishment for this, which I'd always planned as a punishment, but we've never actually had to do it before, I don't think, is to do 2 property sets. So theoretically I could have a small TBR, I could have a big TBR, but I have to have 2 full property sets in different colors. Like I can't just get 6 of one color. They have to be 2 different colors. And wildcards can't count for 2 property sets. Like I could get 2 wildcards and use them separately, but I can't use the same wildcard for 2 property sets. So let's get started. Okay, here's our first card. Money, cash. I'm gonna put it over there. We're a little bit further away, I think, than what I normally am, but we'll see how we go. More cash. You can see that there. Oh, we have a red, yellow wild card. That's our first property. Let's stick that there. So red, yellow is a new release contemporary. And I say new releases anytime this year. You know what? I'm going to put a book that's borderline not a contemporary, but it is. Because I think this will fit here really nicely. And that is Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. This is a heisty novel. It's not like, it's not quite a thriller, it's just fiction, but it features an Asian cast, Chinese cast of they're stealing back the artifacts that have been taken by conquering groups. I am obsessed with the idea of this. I have been meaning to get this on a TBR for a long time. It's been on some readathon TBRs and I haven't gotten to it. It's including Not Safe for Workathon. But I have no doubt I will not get to it. So this is the first pick. All right, let's look at our next card. Oh, utilities. This is Waterworks, which is a romance sequel. You know what? For this, I'm going to pick Love Flushed by, what is the author's name? Evie Mitchell. This is the sequel to Not My Type, which I really, really enjoyed. This is available on audiobook and ebook. I'll probably read the ebook. It looks really good. This is a disability romance series. I hate saying disability romance because that seems weird to me. But the main characters have disabilities, and that's kind of like the focus of the romance series, but without it being like the focus. It's romances featuring characters with disabilities. This one is like an IBS kind of situation, I think, or Crohn's disease. Though I'll have to get back to you, but this is a nice short little romance book, and I really enjoyed book one, so I'm keen to pick up book two, and it's short. There are other ones that are coming out, like I'm really keen to read the some Alexis Hall ones, and also Astra Parker Doesn't Fail, but it's not quite out yet, so we're gonna go with this. Okay, our next card is cash. What's going on with my cash line? Next one is, oh, a purple. This is Whitehall, which is an adult low fantasy. So something taking place in the real world that's a fantasy and is adult. Let me go have a look. For this, I might pick Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. This is a Japanese translated time travel-y story, but obviously set in Tokyo, so that's low fantasy in my calculation. And I've had this from the library, and it's been on some readathon TBRs, so this does need to get read. So I think this could be a good pick. Here's our next card. That is a pass go, the bane of my existence. When you see these pass goes, that means I have to add cards at the end. Once we've already got now 2 property sets. Here's our next one. Yellow, Coventry Street. That's our second yellow, so that's looking promising. And Coventry Street is a hard-hitting contemporary. Let me have a look what's on my collection. Oof. I think I'm gonna go with The Ballad of Dina Caldwell by Kate Browning. This is a like revenge story, kind of akin to, like, it gives me the same vibes as like Sadie or Female of the Species, which are both hard-hitting contemporary revenge stories. It is YA, I believe, and I think it will be really, really good. It also features a polyamorous dynamic, I believe, but I've had my eye on this for ages. I think the character has my name. Yes. I'm interested to read this, and I have been eyeing it off for a while, so I think it's a good opportunity to put it on. Can't believe we've not got either of the things we have to get, or really only one or 2 things for my challenge, so I've still got a while to go yet. We've still don't even have 1 property set, let alone 2, so let's keep going. Oh, that's 1 property set. That's a total wild card. So that's our first property set obtained, and I get to pick literally anything. So I think for that I might pick one of the books that I know I'm gonna have to read anyway, and pick Rhythm of War Part 1 for the total wild card. I'm gonna have to read it anyway. This is obviously like the 4th book in the Stormlight archive and part 1 of that, so yeah, it's got to get read regardless. Next one, Black, Liverpool Street Station. That's a partner pick. I told Brayden I'd let him pick the next partner pick, and he's not home at the moment. So when he gets home, I'll let him pick a book. So I will show you here when he ends up picking. I might let him have free reign of my TBR, because I think that's only fair. I did that for Linda last time, and Jessie the time before, so I might go free reign here and let Brayden pick something. Okay, here's our next one. Cash. Cash. Cash could also get dicey in this challenge, this punishment round. Oh, that's a pass go. Oh, blue. Mayfair. Can you see that there? Mayfair. That is a TBR veteran. Oh, that's a toughie. I think what we might do for TBR vet is pick something that will finish off a series. So that is The Last Olympian, the last Percy Jackson book. This would finish off Percy Jackson. It's the first one I've ever read Percy Jackson. Yeah, it's not super long. only 50 pages. I feel like this could be a good bet. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, that's our last property set. That's Park Lane. That is a Kindle pick. Kindle pick. Or other ebook. You know what, for this, because it's also the India Chords readathon, which I'm not like participating in, but I'd like to kind of support, I might pick for this Cute Mutants Volume 5 Galaxy Brain. I still need to read Weapon Uwu Volume 1, which I'm hoping to get to this month, so I might have to like do, it's definitely on my Bookopoly Deal TBR, so I have to catch up. So I might put the 5th Cute Mutants here, which would wrap up the Cute Mutant series, and then I could keep going. These are a self-published series by S.J. Whitby. I love them. I've talked about them lots. The Cute Mutants universe is just like so good, and they're so prolific. S.J. is so prolific that like I can't catch up. So Galaxy Brain, Cute Mutants 5. I've got some little short things to read in between Weapon Uwu and this, but they're all really short, so hopefully I can like slam through those and read this. All right, now that we have 2 property sets, so we have the dark blues, we've got 2 of those, and 3 yellows, including the total wild card, which also would have made a complete property with the waterworks too, so there's a couple of options for that to be a complete set. I now have to fulfill the 2 pass goes, so let's draw the next 2 cards from the deck and see what they are. Regardless of what they are, it's not 2 properties, it's just the top 2 cards. So we have this and this. One of them's cash, so let's just pop the cash straight up. The other one is Mary LeBone Station, which is another somebody else pick, but it's a poll pick. So I'm gonna have a poll up on Twitter before you ever see this video, and I'm gonna put some options. Let's give them to you now. So the picks are going to be between these 4 books that have been on these readathon TBRs. We have A Dark and Starless Forest by Sarah Hollowell, The City Beautiful by Aidan Polydorus, My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones, and In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lucan. So I'll have all these, I will tell you here which one ended up getting picked. But those are the 4 things I'm going to put on my Twitter. YA, I believe, pirate fantasy, adult slasher, YA Jewish fantasy, I think it's low fantasy, and also YA fantasy, I believe, or new adult fantasy. And I think this is like, yeah, portal fantasy. I think it's YA. So those are the 4 options that will be picked from, not you can't do it, it's already been picked, but if you follow me on Twitter you can vote, you will have voted on one of these, and those are going to be one of those is going to be my pick. I mean I'm going to try and work on all of them, obviously, but we'll see. So these are the books that I have physically here, plus Love Flushed, plus Cute Mutants 5, plus whatever Brayden ends up picking, which you'll see here, plus whatever you guys end up picking, which you'll also see here, is my Bookopoly Deal TBR for July. And considering we had a punishment, that's not so bad. That could have been a lot worse. None of which are audiobooks that I know. I mean, I could get some of them in audio, but I don't plan to read any in audio, so I'll also have some audiobook progression. I also will be reading Pyramids by Terry Pratchett. And yeah, that's it. Tell me what you think of this video. Tell me if you've read any of these. I'd love to hear your like 2-second thoughts about them. And otherwise I'll see you soon in another video. Bye.